For more on the newest controversy surrounding Guantanamo Bay, let's welcome J.D. Gordon. He's a former spokesman for the Pentagon. J.D., thanks for coming in. We were doing the math. I guess you said you spent close to 6 months at Gitmo because you've been there several times. Hunger strikes, nothing new. You don't feel like it should be closed down.
That's right, Mike. Thanks for having me on the show. I think Guantanamo should remain open. I think it's kept America safe. I think it's kept the world safe. It's kept China safe. We had Uyghurs there who are from the western part of China, in fact, 22 of them, and I think it's helped prevent terrorist attacks in China as well. So I think that around the world, we're safer for Guantanamo. About a third of the people who were there and went back to their home countries got back into terrorism. So I think it's safe to say that we should keep Guantanamo open, keep detainees there who want to kill us and butcher us by the thousands.
You had a piece in the Washington Times today with kind of a controversial twist on this. You're suggesting that the younger Tsarnaev defendant actually be sent to Gitmo.
That's right. That's right. He's a Chechen originally. I think he should be sent down to Guantanamo. I think he should be interrogated for months down there. I'm very upset with what happened about his interrogation here. The FBI was asking him questions at his hospital bed in Boston, and what happened is a judge stepped in. After about 16 hours of interrogation, she read him his Miranda rights, said you have a right to an attorney, you don't have to speak to anyone, you have the right to remain silent, and then he stopped talking. However, we believe that he's got up to a dozen friends out there who may be plotting the next attack in Times Square. So I think we should find out what we can and send him to Guantanamo for those interrogations.
But there were others in the other camp. Philip Mudd, who's the former deputy director of the CIA, who kind of likens these two young guys, the disaffected, like Eric Harris, Dylan Klebold, who carried out that attack at Columbine. And even the uncle described them as losers. There is proof that the older one was self-radicalized, but the younger one's been described as a stoner, not a very good student, who basically was kind of living in the shadow of his brother and perhaps under his control. Is there really any evidence that he was radicalized and is really as you describe him?
Well, he's radicalized enough to leave that bomb there that killed so many people. 4 people were killed and 264 wounded. I saw the pictures of people dismembered. It was really horrific in Boston. And he knows people. He knows more people than just his brother, who his brother hung around with, who his friends were, who he communicated with via email. So I think he knows a lot more than he's saying. He did say in the very brief time the FBI spoke to him that they wanted to go to Times Square next. And that would be horrific if that happened.
What about the president's contention that this is a recruitment tool? And for those who are upset about what's happening, that this actually is not helping the United States in their war on terror?
Well, you know, I think it's a recruitment tool when you see a guy like Tsarnaev, who has the success because other people that are radical Islamists, jihadists around the world can see they had success. I think that's more of a recruiting tool if these guys had success. Guantanamo is a place where we keep terrorists off the streets, and I think it's a deterrent to have it. I don't think it's a recruiting tool at all. I think we should have it. We've got 166 detainees there now, and I think the fact that we've kept them there has kept them off the streets and kept them from killing us, like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who was the ringleader behind 9/11.
We're going to have to leave it there. J.D. Gordon, thank you so much for coming in and joining us tonight. Certainly appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.